Happy Tuesday, smart sleepers. I hope everyone is having a great week so far. Today, I want to talk about the gut and insomnia. And I know I've brought up the gut many times during these lives as I've been talking about insomnia, but I realize I haven't really put it all together in one go yet. So that is my intention today, is to really get into the ways that the gut causes insomnia, or an unhealthy gut causes insomnia. Because many of my clients who I help with sleep have an unhealthy gut. And so, yeah, that contributes to their insomnia in a few different ways. So, first of all, in case you aren't familiar with the microbiome, that is the trillions of bacteria, fungus, and other microbes that live in our bodies, and primarily in the gut. So these microbiota, they're called, they stimulate the immune system, they break down potentially toxic food compounds, and they make certain vitamins and amino acids, which I'll get into. So if your gut is damaged, then it's not able to do those extremely important things. So there are three ways that your gut can be unhealthy. The first is from an infection from a parasite, like Giardia, for example, bacteria, like C. difficile, which you may have heard of, or fungus, like Candida. So any of those are what I call a gut infection. If you have gut dysbiosis, which means an imbalance of gut bacteria, then that's another way that your gut can be unhealthy. And if you have what's called leaky gut, which means that the lining of your gut wall has been damaged. So those are the three different ways that your gut can be unhealthy. And a lot of times people have all three, especially if they are experiencing symptoms like insomnia or any kind of other symptoms. It could be digestive, it could be skin issues, it can be mood disorders like depression and anxiety. All of these are signs that your gut is unhealthy. And so a lot of times it's from all of those things. And so, for example, if there's a parasite, you can take all the probiotics you want to try and balance out your gut bacteria, but it's never going to get balanced until you actually deal with that parasite and get rid of that infection. And same, you might have leaky gut, and same if you have bacterial overgrowth or you have a parasite, you're never going to be able to really heal the gut because that infection is constantly producing toxins that are damaging the gut. So yeah, I am really looking at all three of those things to fix things in the long term. So the reason these things affect your sleep, or I'll start with the gut infection, is because these lovely creatures are most active at night. So it's at night, especially around 3 and 4 a.m., when people tend to wake up and have a hard time falling back asleep. So it's at that time when they are eating and excreting and releasing lots of toxins, and that causes a lot of inflammation. And cortisol is an anti-inflammatory hormone, so your body releases that whenever there's inflammation, but it also wakes you up because it's meant to keep you alert. So the most common reason that many of my clients wake up at that 3 and 4 a.m. hour is because they have a gut infection like that. And then those infections cause an imbalance of gut bacteria, or that gut dysbiosis, and they cause leaky gut. So that's why we really have to address that infection. Now with gut dysbiosis, that means that opportunistic and pathogenic bacteria have overtaken the good bacteria. And it's our good bacteria in our gut that make B vitamins. They make vitamin K2 and also neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and GABA. In fact, 95% of serotonin is made in the gut. That's how important it is. And then your body uses serotonin to make melatonin, which helps us sleep. So when bad bacteria run the show, then the good bacteria can't do their job of producing those neurotransmitters that help us feel good, relax, and sleep. And that's why so many people who have insomnia also experience anxiety and or depression and other mental disorders because of that, because their gut isn't able to produce those important neurotransmitters. Now, to explain leaky gut, in case you haven't heard of it, imagine that your gut wall looks like a zipper. So the teeth of the zipper act as a barrier, right? When the zipper's zipped and working, they don't let anything through. When the zipper teeth get damaged and broken, then air and dirt can get in, and the zipper doesn't work properly. So it's the same with your gut wall. When your gut wall is damaged and has gaps between the cells of the wall, then undigested food particles, toxic waste products, and bacteria leak through the gut wall and enter the bloodstream. So that's why it's called leaky gut, because your gut is letting things leak through that's not supposed to. And those toxins it's letting through cause lots of inflammation day and night. And as you now know, whenever there's inflammation, your body releases cortisol. And when your body releases cortisol at night, it suppresses melatonin and wakes you up when you want to be asleep. So you get leaky gut from things like stress, and that is psychological chronic stress, or from physical stress, from toxins like antibiotics and pesticides, from eating foods you're sensitive to, and from gut infections from parasites or candida. So all of those things contribute to leaky gut. And some signs of leaky gut include digestive issues, food sensitivities or allergies, brain fog, depression or anxiety, skin issues, seasonal allergies, hormone imbalance, autoimmunity, and sleep disturbances. So if you're having any of these symptoms, there is absolutely something going on with your gut and probably other systems in your body, but we definitely have to look at the gut as a part of figuring out what's going on. So if you have any of those symptoms, you most likely have a gut infection, gut dysbiosis, and or leaky gut. And the best way to find out for sure what's going on in your gut is to do a gastrointestinal map. It's a fun stool test, and totally worth it because it shows everything that's living in your gut. It shows what pathogens, opportunistic bacteria, and beneficial bacteria are living in your digestive system. And is there also a marker for immunity and for leaky gut as well? So, as you can see, what's going on in your gut has an enormous effect on your overall health. So if your gut isn't healthy, then your mood and your sleep aren't going to be healthy either. Now, the good news is that we can get to the root cause of what is causing your insomnia by working with me, because I know what tests to use to look at all the systems of the body. I know how to interpret them and piece them together, and then also what to recommend based on the results and your health history. So I hope this explains, for those of you who have already heard that there is a connection between your gut and sleep, now you know why and what it is. And if you have any questions or want to talk about your sleep and your gut and how we can fix those, please message me and we will set up a time to chat. As always, wishing you a good night's sleep, and I will see you in the group. Thanks for listening.